GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening. The Jersey Shore is set for sunny skies and solid surf, though a severe thunderstorm watch rolls in across the state. We'll also take a look at the new Back Bay redevelopment plan for the beachfront. Over to you, Jake.
The downtown Wildwood Farmers Market opens Saturday morning, running from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring local produce, handmade crafts, and fresh seafood.
Vendors include the Seaside Farm stand with heirloom tomatoes, the Artisan Bakery offering sourdough loaves, and Ocean Breeze Cafe serving organic smoothies.
The market occupies the boardwalk promenade between 7th and 9th Avenue, with free parking available at the adjacent Municipal lot and bike racks for cyclists.
We've highlighted the farmers market details, and there's plenty more to cover, lots to get to, so let's begin. Here are our top stories. Saturday's beach weather and surf outlook across New Jersey's shorelines shows mild temperatures, moderate winds, and rolling waves, giving swimmers and surfers a solid day on the sand. Danielle Fior has the full story.
Morning on Saturday, August 8th, the Jersey Shore is set for typical early summer conditions. NJ1015 reported a mix of sunshine across the Atlantic beaches and boardwalks, with light breezes coming off the ocean. Temperatures are expected to climb into the upper 70s, while the bays stay a few degrees cooler. Surf reports point to gentle to moderate waves, suitable for most skill levels, with occasional higher sets farther offshore. Lifeguard stations are on alert, and local vendors are gearing up for the steady flow of visitors. The outlook gives residents and tourists a clear picture of what to expect as they head to the sand and surf. Danielle Fior, GMNA News, Wildwood.
Severe thunderstorm warnings have been issued across New Jersey today, according to NJCOM. Meteorologists cite a combination of intense heat and lingering atmospheric instability that heightens the risk of damaging winds, heavy rain, and frequent lightning. The alerts cover the entire state, from the shorelines to the inland valleys, and remain in effect through the evening. Residents and tourists planning outdoor activities are being urged to postpone or seek shelter, as conditions could deteriorate rapidly. Schools in several districts have already canceled afternoon field trips, and local parks report a surge in visitors seeking shade. Emergency services are on standby, and drivers are advised to allow extra travel time due to possible flash flooding. The National Weather Service classifies the storm potential as high, warning that sudden downdrafts may threaten low-lying structures and power lines. Stay tuned for updates as the situation evolves.
The state is under a severe thunderstorm watch as of this morning, according to NJCOM. Meteorologists warn that today's conditions could bring strong, damaging winds, frequent lightning, and heavy rain across much of New Jersey. The watch means that any storm that forms may intensify quickly, producing hail the size of golf balls and brief tornadoes. Residents are urged to secure outdoor items, avoid travel on flooded roads, and stay tuned to local alerts for real-time updates. Schools and businesses have been advised to monitor conditions and have contingency plans ready. Emergency responders are on standby to assist with any incidents that arise. The National Weather Service will continue to evaluate the atmosphere throughout the day, and the watch could be upgraded to a warning if storms become imminent throughout the afternoon.
Thursday, August 6, hackers accessed monitoring systems at Cape May Water and Sewer Department and Woodbine Water Department, exposing critical infrastructure vulnerabilities. No water supply or data loss reported. Danielle Fior has the full story.
Authorities confirmed that Thursday, August 6, 2026, hackers infiltrated the monitoring systems of both the Cape May Water and Sewer Department and the Woodbine Water Department. The intrusion was detected by internal security tools, prompting immediate isolation of the affected networks. Officials said the breach did not disrupt water delivery or compromise customer information. Both utilities are working with state cybersecurity teams to assess the scope of the intrusion and to reinforce system defenses. No public safety impact has been reported, and water quality testing continues as usual. The incident underscores the need for ongoing vigilance across critical infrastructure. Local officials are coordinating with federal agencies to improve response protocols. Danielle Fior, GMNA News, Cape May.
Severe thunderstorms sweeping across the Philadelphia area have forced the Federal Aviation Administration to issue a ground stop at Philadelphia International Airport. The halt imposed this morning has grounded departing flights and delayed arrivals, leaving many travelers stranded at terminals and on the road. Officials say the weather system is producing heavy rain, lightning, and gusty winds that compromise safe takeoffs and landings. As a result, airlines are canceling or rebooking dozens of flights, and passengers should expect wait times to extend well beyond normal schedules. The FAA is monitoring conditions and will lift the stop once the storm eases, but for now the airport remains effectively closed to outbound traffic. Those heading to or from the region should check with their carriers for the latest updates and be prepared for further disruptions. Coming up, we preview the Wildwood High School football season kicking off August 27th and a boardwalk parade. We will be right back. Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news.
Welcome back. Wildwood High School's football season is set to kick off on August 27, and the town is already buzzing with anticipation. The Wildcats will open their schedule at the home field on the first Saturday of the season, drawing families, alumni, and longtime fans to what many call a cherished local tradition. Coaches say the roster this year blends seasoned seniors with promising underclassmen, promising competitive matchups across the conference. Local businesses are planning game day specials, and the school district has arranged extra parking and security to ensure a smooth evening for everyone. Ticket sales opened last week and are moving quickly, reflecting the community's excitement. As the summer heat eases, residents can look forward to Friday night lights returning to Wildwood, a reminder of the town's shared spirit and love of the game.
North Wildwood's 51st annual flea market returns Sunday on JFK Boulevard, featuring over 100 vendors for a day of shopping and community gathering. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
Shoppers and families are spilling onto JFK Boulevard as the 51st annual North Wildwood Flea Market kicks off Sunday. More than 100 vendors have set up stalls, ranging from vintage clothing and handmade jewelry to fresh seafood and beach gear. The aisles wind between colorful umbrellas, and the scent of grilled corn mingles with salty ocean breezes. Local musicians provide a backdrop of acoustic tunes, while kids chase bubbles near the Midway Games. Organizers say the market has become a weekend staple, drawing both residents and visitors who come for bargains and a sense of community. The event runs all day, with parking available in the lot behind the boardwalk. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, JFK Boulevard.
City officials unveiled a mixed-use redevelopment plan for the Back Bay area of Wildwood's beachfront on Friday. The proposal calls for new housing units, expanded retail space, and a promenade that will run along the shore. Planners say the project is designed to support the town's future growth while preserving the oceanside character that draws visitors. The development will combine apartments, condos, and ground floor shops, creating a seamless transition from residential life to seaside commerce. A dedicated promenade is slated to provide a pedestrian pathway with seating and landscaping, linking existing boardwalk attractions. City leaders highlighted that the plan aims to boost year-round activity and provide more options for locals and tourists alike. Public input sessions are scheduled over the coming weeks, as the city moves toward final approval soon.
Friday, the Wildwood community gathered along the boardwalk to mark America's 250th anniversary. The celebration featured a bright parade that wound past the beachfront hotels, followed by live bands playing classic tunes and a series of historic exhibits showcasing the nation's past. Families lined the promenade, waving flags and enjoying food stalls that dotted the route. Organizers said the event was meant to bring residents together and highlight the milestone in a setting that's central to local life. The boardwalk's iconic lights shone brighter than usual, and volunteers handed out commemorative brochures detailing key moments in the country's history. While the day's festivities wrapped up before sunset, the sense of shared pride lingered as crowds lingered on the sand, reflecting on the journey from the nation's founding to today. It was one of the biggest gatherings the boardwalk has seen in recent years.
Douglas Ice Cream, a family-owned shop, opened its doors on the Wildwood Boardwalk on July 31, 2026, adding a new homemade ice cream option for tourists and residents. Alyssa Kowalczyk has the full story.
On the bustling boardwalk, a new storefront has popped up under the bright summer sun. Douglas Ice Cream, a family-owned operation, cut the ribbon on July 31, 2026, unveiling a modest shop that serves homemade scoops straight from a vintage-style freezer. The menu features classic vanilla, seasonal fruit swirls, and a few experimental flavors that rotate weekly. Locals and vacationers alike can watch the churn in an open kitchen window, while a handful of wooden benches invite families to linger over a cone. The addition expands the boardwalk's dining scene, giving visitors another sweet stop without leaving the promenade. Nearby, a small kiosk sells cold drinks, rounding out the summer refreshment lineup for beachgoers. Alyssa Kowalczyk, GMNA News, Wildwood.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what the surf and skies have in store.
Steady high pressure and a westerly jet keep tonight dry, while lingering heat lingers from the day. On this date, the all-time high for Wildwood stands at 87 degrees, set in 2025 during a late summer heat wave that pushed temperatures well into the 90s for several days. The record low is 55 degrees, recorded in 2015 when an Arctic dip slipped southward, dumping a cold front that plunged nighttime lows into the 50s. By contrast, today's climatological normal highs sit in the mid-80 range, with typical lows in the low 70s, so we're comfortably above average warmth. Scanning the live radar, the map is completely clear across the entire county. No rain echoes are visible, and the reflectivity is flat from the western hills to the lakefront. With the westerly jet streaming aloft at 42 miles per hour, any moisture would be sheared eastward, but the current high-pressure envelope suppresses lift. That means no precipitation will arrive in Wildwood tonight, and the skies will stay clear until after midnight. At 6 p.m., Wildwood sits at 82 degrees with a partly cloudy sky, humidity hovering around 80%, and a light southerly breeze of 6 miles per hour. Pressure is near average and holding steady, while a westerly jet at 42 miles per hour rides high above, keeping the air mass well mixed and suppressing any late-night convection. The dew point remains high at 77, so temperatures will only dip modestly after sunset, settling in the low 70s by morning. UV index reads 8, and wind will not exceed 11 miles per hour from the southwest. No weather alerts are in effect. With the ridge intact, the night will stay dry and clear, setting the stage for tomorrow's forecast. Looking ahead, Sunday brings a high of 90 degrees and a low of 73, but clouds will dominate, keeping the day overcast despite the lingering ridge. Monday shifts back to clearer skies, with a high of 86 and a low of 75, allowing sunshine to return. Tuesday remains warm at 86 high, low 73, and while the sky stays mainly clear, there is a 35% chance of showers as a weak trough nudges the jet stream southward. Wednesday cools to a high of 81 and a low of 73, with overcast conditions and a 30% rain risk as moisture streams in from the west. Thursday stays in the low 80s, low 70s, overcast, and another 30% chance of rain as the pattern holds steady. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
Stay tuned for the Super Wawa grand opening, a look at today's farmers market and the Eagles' latest practice highlight. We will be right back. Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news.
Traffic across Wildwood is moving freely this afternoon. Route 1, Route 2, and County Road 55 all report clear conditions with no delays. The Boardwalk Promenade sees traffic and the south side of Ocean Avenue is empty. Drivers heading to the beach on Ocean Boulevard can expect normal travel times and the northbound lanes of Route 1 remain open. No accidents or construction are reported, so you can stick to your usual routes. Transit runs on schedule with the local bus line 3 and the jitney service maintaining intervals. Expect an increase in vehicles around the downtown shopping district as shoppers head out for the evening. Keep an eye on the sunset crowd near the pier where parking fills up quickly. Later this evening, Route 2 eastbound will see uptick as commuters return from Boardwalk. The causeway to Island stays open and travel times stay under 10 minutes. Overall, a smooth commute for the rest of the day.
First up, the Wildwood Tattoo Beach Bash rolls on at the Convention Center on the Boardwalk, drawing ink lovers and live music through the weekend. If you love art on skin, you'll find fresh designs, contests, and a buzz that turns the boardwalk into a living gallery. Tomorrow, the 9th annual Wildwood Navy SEAL Challenge hits Lincoln Avenue, a grueling swim-run obstacle race that tests endurance and raises funds for veteran charities, a must-watch for anyone who loves a good showdown. Today, the downtown Wildwood Farmers Market opens at Bayan Plaza on Pacific Avenue, where fresh produce, handmade foods, and local crafts make a perfect Saturday stroll for families and foodies alike. And right on the beach, the Heart of Surfing Adaptive Surf event pairs volunteers with special needs participants, showing how the surf can be a shared joy for the whole community. And now here's Luke with sports.
Heat, roster battles, and off-field drama shape today's Philadelphia sports outlook. Day 8 of Eagles camp saw the schedule shifted earlier as sweltering heat and humidity forced coaches to start drills before sunrise. The early kickoff tests players' stamina, especially the secondary and defensive line, and could dictate who earns snap counts before the preseason opener. Wideout Darius Cooper has emerged as the third best receiver in camp, consistently beating out several bubble players in route running and contested catches. His performance puts him squarely in the mix for a rotation spot, forcing the coaching staff to reconsider depth behind the top 2 starters. With forward Nikita Grebinkin re-signed, the Flyers enter the offseason eyeing 2 potential deals with Montreal. Analysts suggest a left-wing depth boost and a defensive zone forward could shore up a thin third line, positioning Philadelphia to compete early in the Eastern race. Phillies ace Zach Wheeler let loose with an expletive toward the Blue Jays dugout after a disputed pitching rubber issue, prompting a benchside tirade and the ejection of Toronto's hitting coach. Wheeler's outburst underscores mounting frustration on the mound and could influence how the staff handles clubhouse discipline. Kyle Schwarber took first base reps in pre-game work, signaling the Phillies' desire to give him a regular infield role before the Toronto series concludes. If he stays at the corner, the club gains a left-handed bat in the lineup without sacrificing defensive flexibility. Eagles coaches used today's sweltering 90-minute session to pit backup quarterbacks against each other, intensifying a battle that could decide the second-string starter. The contest highlights the depth chart at the position and forces the staff to lock in a reliable understudy before the regular season.
Super Wawa is breaking ground at Schellinger and New Jersey Avenue, taking the place of the old Rite Aid. This new convenience store and gas station will be wrapped in classic doo-wop mid-century flair, a nod to the boardwalk's iconic architecture that defines Wildwood's shoreline charm. As the second doo-wop-styled Wawa in town, it will offer the familiar grab-and-go snacks, fresh coffee and fuel that families rely on, while its bright neon facade promises a fresh gathering spot for both locals and the summer tourist tide. Residents say a place like this becomes a community anchor, a spot where a quick stop feels like a friendly hello. It's more than a store, it's a new landmark for the Schellinger neighborhood. Up next, we'll explore Ford's garage and luxury brands opening at Edison Mall, plus East Orange's record home sales. Stay tuned. Every day, important stories happen across the city before any news crew arrives. Sometimes, the very first person at the story is you. When you witness something newsworthy, open the GMNA Citizen Reporter app and start your report. The app guides you through every step while your report is delivered directly to the GMNA newsroom. Every submission is reviewed by our editorial team, and approved reports may be featured on GMNA. Get the GMNA Citizen Reporter app today at my.gmna.ca. Your city, your news.
Welcome back. Edison Mall will soon welcome 3 new retailers, Ford's Garage, Michael Kors, and Coach, adding both dining and fashion options to the regional shopping scene. Sean Mulvaney has the full story.
Ford's Garage is slated to join the lineup at Edison Mall, bringing its automotive-themed dining experience to shoppers. Alongside it, luxury fashion houses Michael Kors and Coach will open flagship boutiques, adding upscale apparel and accessories to the center's offerings. Mall officials announced the plans in August 2026, saying construction is underway and doors will swing open in the coming months. The new tenants are part of a broader effort to broaden the mall's retail and dining mix, aiming to draw more visitors from the surrounding communities. With the additions, Edison Mall expects a refreshed shopping environment that blends everyday needs with specialty brands. Sean Mulvaney, GMNA News, Edison.
East Orange recorded 6 of its highest-priced home sales last week, including a $700,000 single-family residence, underscoring a strong local market amid regional real estate trends. Alyssa Kowalczyk has the full story.
6 of the most expensive homes in East Orange sold between July 27 and August 2, marking the top tier of the local market for the week. The highest price recorded was a single-family residence that changed hands for $700,000. The other 5 homes all closed above the $500,000 mark, pushing the upper end of East Orange's recent sales activity. Real estate data released by the county shows that these transactions lifted the average price for the period to a level not seen in the previous month. Buyers and sellers alike appear to be responding to the area's continued demand. Alyssa Kowalczyk, GMNA News, East Orange.
Thank you, Wildwood, for tuning into the local sunset. Today's boardwalk parade celebrating America's 250th anniversary lit up the shore, and we kept you updated on the thunderstorm watch. We'll be back tomorrow with more community news and weather. Stay safe and see you then.